Thank you very much, and thank you for the invitation. First of all, I want to just say hello to Prime Ministers, Mr. Zaev and Mr. Kurti, to the Ministers, Excellencies, Ambassadors, medias, and thank you one more time for this, from my point of view, very important event, and hope we'll see you soon also in Montenegro. Every crisis is also new chance. I think after in this post-COVID era, we are still not in post-COVID era, but let's say that we are near that. We have the new chance, like all the region and all the Europe and all the world. And now we have this kind of chance also in the past. But I think that we many times missed the chance. So my message is that I think that finally Western Balkan countries should understand that, should work together, make better cooperation, make better partnership, make more solidarity, and move the focus from the negative things to some positive things. What are the negative things in the region? The negative things are that we still have the nationalism present, with some, let's say, aspects of fascism. We have different kind of negative influence. We don't have the freedom of media or enough freedom of media. We have problems with our institution, not finished democracy, with elements of autocracy. I totally agree, and we don't have the distribution of justice. I think that many people in Western Balkans know that in some short period we will not have much better life condition or much bigger life standard. But what people of Western Balkans expect is to have in some, let's say, short period or middle term, to have better distribution of justice. And I want to just connect it in this previous speech of Prime Minister Kurti that corruption and organized crime, I think that is the generator of many negativities in the region. We should understand that without combine of these negative factors in the region, inside of our countries, we cannot have institutions which are professional, which are independent, and which can give the better life condition for the people. COVID-19 make big problems for all the region, but especially from Montenegro. Why? Because 25% of our GDP incomes are from tourism. We lost touristic season in 2020. And we was very skeptic about this season 2021. But this season was extremely good. It was very short, but extremely good during the summer month, and explained that people want to have mobility. We need to give the mobility to the people. We need to make our borders invisible. That is not asking for changes of borders. That is not asking to coming in 90s, to coming in the problems, but to make our borders invisible, like in EU, to make possible to our people to have mobility much easy, to make the easy access, and finally come to the topics which also Prime Minister Zaev mentioned in the keynotes about the investigation. What is the rule of EU? The rule of EU, it is to give, in the past, that is my personal opinion, it's not opinion of the government, let's say maybe someone will criticize, it's to give many recommendations. And in another side, you have another superpower countries which trying to make the concrete influence. That concrete influence is coming with investigation and with some other things that I don't want to mention here. I think that EU finally should understand that the way to make stronger partnership with Western Balkan countries is to accelerate more investigation in the region, especially in the infrastructure. Why? To make possible that mobility to be much easy for the people. And I think that will be very good to find finally the real, true reconciliation of the people in Western Balkans. Yes, it's true that we have the problems. Some of the problems are mentioned in the beginning. You have after this new changes on election, after new election period, what you mentioned in the beginning, you have a little bit problems between Kosovo and Serbia, between Montenegro and Serbia, between North Macedonia and Bulgaria. In Bosnia and Herzegovina also we have the problems. So at the end of the day, we understand when sometimes our rhetoric, it's not compatible with our behavior. So if we really think that we should accept the European values and we want to be part of Western civilization and want to join EU, I think that we should move a little bit forward with our behavior to be more complement with that kind of values. We don't need to see only enemies in our borders. We need to see friendship. We need to see the people who have common problems, who in many cases have identical problems, who are facing with corruption, with injustice, with organized crime, with smuggling of different kind of goods, and to see that how we can help to finally find a solution to combine these negative things. To conclude, I am very optimistic. It doesn't matter that situation for the moment, maybe it's not look so optimistic. I am very optimistic that Western Balkan countries have the potential to give the really new values to EU. But political establishment of every single country of Western Balkan should understand that we need to have the behavior different than before. When I say before, decades before, and that new time and globalized world need to have the people who understand some another vision with more cosmopolitan spirit, with more spirit of integrity, solidarity, and making possible that we use our potential in the right way. If we want to concentrate everything in the power of few peoples, I think that will be continuing of the disaster of this region, continuing of the bad message of this region. But if we give our best to make better distribution of justice and make stronger institution, democratic institution, I think that we can be very positive examples also for some European countries. Thank you very much.